everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I finally did it. I finally figured out the cookie shot thing. Yes, it did take me buying another pan, but I think it was well worth it because I got a new pan in the mail. I loved how they stuck the shipping label right on the top so I can't actually show you the container. But I'm going to give you a close-up of me taking the container out of the box real quick right here. Let's check out our new pan before we begin. I'm going to pull it out of the box and remove the plastic. Well, this is a fun pan. Before we begin, we need to wash this pan and the inserts in warm soapy water, rinse and dry thoroughly. And I want to do this before we get started so that it has plenty of time to air out. I worked on a chocolate chip recipe based on the recipe that came in the box, but I tweaked it a little because of course I did. And here's what we came up with, and at the end, of course, we'll have Joey give it a shot. In the meantime, if you could watch this video to the very end, there's a funny clip at the end, and I know you kind of like get the recipe and then zone out or whatever, but if you could, it could really help the algorithm. Also hit the like button, leave me a comment, not on Facebook or anything, but in the description where the chat is. If you could leave me a comment there, that would be amazing. I love all the comments you guys have been leaving me on Facebook, but if you leave them on YouTube, it will help my videos and more people will get to see them. So with that, let's get started. To make these chocolate chip cookie shot glasses, we will need a half a stick of butter, a 1/4 cup of Crisco shortening, or any vegetable shortening will do, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, a half a cup of white sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1 teaspoon baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon salt, 3 cups of flour, and I have a bag of 12-ounce mini chocolate chips. I'm only going to use about 6 ounces of this. Like with all our cookie recipes, let's toss together our dry ingredients first. Flour, baking powder, and salt. And then we're going to give it a quick stir, and then we're going to place it to the side as we start the other ingredients. I have my butter melted already, and I've thrown in the shortening. I'm going to mix these together a bit before creaming our sugars in there. We add our white sugar and then our brown sugar, and then we're going to cream this until it's completely smooth. Next, we are going to break our eggs into a small container to make sure there's no shells. Bloop, bloop. Then we're going to move them to a larger bowl and give them a quick beating before adding them to the creamed sugars and shortening. Now we're going to throw in our vanilla and stir it until it's thoroughly combined. Now in my large mixing bowl, I'm going to combine all of our ingredients. This would be easier to use a stand mixer, but I'm going the old-fashioned route today. I didn't feel like pulling out the KitchenAid. Last but not least on this, we're going to finally add in our mini chocolate chips, which I'm also going to mix into the dough with my hands. Once that is done, we're going to work on greasing our pans. Quick pan prep. Making sure your pan is clean and dried well. Spray it in the center insert pieces with cooking spray. Make sure it's fully coated. I'm using a baking spray like Baker's Joy, but you can also use a regular vegetable oil spray, which should work just as well. Now I'm going to fill all our pan cavities with approximately 2 tablespoons of the cookie dough each. Once all of them are full, I'm going to take our inserts and squish the center down so the dough comes up the sides and fills our mold. Once the pan is full, we trim the dough for the first time, throw the dough trimmings back into the bowl, and save it for the next round. You just want to do this so that all of the tops are kind of even. That's what we're going for, is just even tops. Preheat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're going to put our shot glass pan onto a regular old baking sheet and then place that in our preheated oven. I'm going to set my timer to 18 minutes baking time. Baking time for this recipe is 17 to 19 minutes. This is the second tray I'm putting in. I found 17 minutes wasn't quite long enough. It was adequate, but I wanted to make sure it's very solid. Now, our pan comes out of the oven. We're going to put it directly onto a cooling rack for 10 minutes. Turn the tops off for a second time from it puffing in the oven. Put cookie scraps to the side if you want. In a minute, I'll show you what I did with mine. So, this right here is a mixture of leftover cup trimmings, and these are tiny itty bitty little chocolate chip cookies. As you can see, they're like literally teaspoon size. These are just going to be stored in the freezer, so nothing here is going to waste. I just have to come up with a brilliant idea for little bits of cookie. Remove inserts and let cool a while longer, and then pop shot glasses out of the pan. I made little cookies off camera to add to the freezer chunks because there wasn't enough to make a whole nother tray's worth. Oh, you hear the kids playing out back? We've got a bunch of new kids in the neighborhood, and they actually play outside. And they start about 2:30. It's about 3 o'clock now, and they're having a wonderful time out there, so that's the noise behind me, so forgive. All right, let's quickly talk about chocolate. Now, the recipe that came with these shot glasses tells you to use compound chocolate. Alternatively, you can use the rest of the bag of the mini chocolate chips, because we got a few ounces of mini chocolate chips after dividing them for this recipe. So if you want to do a richer chocolate, a semi-sweet chocolate, that's the way to go. Or you can spend a little bit of extra money and get some good chocolate. I got some good milk chocolate here. This is Tony's, and this is one of my absolute favorite chocolate bars. I try to grab this one when I make my easy mousse. I've been working on attempting to make real hot chocolate in the microwave. I love this chocolate. So this is what I'm going to use, and this is what you're going to see me use coming up as I melt the chocolate and coat the inside of our glasses. Okay, now it's time to coat them in chocolate. First, we're going to melt our chocolate, starting with 30 seconds in the microwave, stirring until smooth, adding another interval of 10 seconds if necessary. 30 seconds worked for me though. Now we coat the insides of the shot glasses with the melted chocolate. I'm using a butter knife to paint the insides. Make sure not to leave any holes or gaps in the chocolate coating, otherwise you'll be giving the liquid an escape route. Next thing you know, your milk or whatever you poured into your shot glass is dripping down your hand, and you don't want that. Place cookie shots in the fridge until the chocolate has hardened up before serving. Okay, serving suggestions. Well, eventually the goal is for Joey and I to try these with a shot of Bailey's cream, but we need to make sure that, you know, there's no holes and nothing leaks first, and we're gonna give that a shot in a second. Our pretty little shot glasses, if you remember from our candy shot video, is about 200 calories for just the cup. So any of those of you who are calorie conscious or whatever, this is a little bit of good information to know, because if you decide to have a party and you only eat and drink out of these all night, calories are going to stack up really fast. So the cup is 200 calories. If you're just adding regular milk, whether it be skim milk or whole milk, that's going to be an extra 11 to 17 calories depending on the fat content of your milk. We are a skim milk family, so we'll only be adding about 11 calories to the shot glass. Now, if you decide that you want to partake in adult beverages and you want to add, say, vodka or Bailey's or whatever, a shot of vodka in one of these glasses is an extra 100 calories. A shot of Bailey's is an extra 140. See, they add up really fast. you know, this is just a quick beware because I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious of my calories these days. So just in case you are too, this is just a quick serving suggestion. Other things you can do, again, being mindful of the calories because this will up them really fast. You can also put mousse in them. You could do pudding, you could do ice cream. All different things that you can put in these little shot glasses that sound like a pretty good idea to me. All right, well, let's finish this video up. Okay, hi Joey.
Hello.
Okay, well here you go. Here is your milk in a cookie shot.
It's holding. It tastes like milk.
Oh, you're supposed to eat the cup too, you know. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is pretty good.
With milk in it rather than having the milk with the cookie in it.
Yeah, we got a nice cross breeze right now, so we're totally enjoying it because it gets hot in here. So
Cookie's pretty good.
we usually use milk chocolate chips when we make our chocolate chip cookies, but since I use the mini chips, it's semi-sweet, so it's a little stronger, a little bit more bitter of a chocolate, more classic chocolate chip cookie, I guess you could say. I like the like the fact that I used a better chocolate than just compound chocolate for the inside. I think that made a difference.
Yeah, it tastes a lot better.
Okay, so final thoughts, Joseph.
You have a very thin layer of chocolate and it holds up. The cookie tastes good. Well, ultimately, it's fun. Not necessary if you want to serve adult beverages to your friends in edible shot glasses. This is great. And the cookie isn't super hard. It's not mushy, so it'll hold. It's great.
Yay!
Yeah, I want a cookie, so I'm eating it.
Okay, well I'm glad he's enjoying it. Joey picked up some Baileys and I think I'm gonna pour that in there and take a shot of that. All right, but until next time, take care, be safe, and bye. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw and would like to see more content like this, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I have uploaded again. And from all of us at the channel, take care, be safe, and...
Say hello to my little friend. Hi, Bella.
We're gonna get fur in the milk.